Hi, my name is Alexey Yusuf, and I'm a happy person because I'm doing my favorite thing. I do sell. Selling is a process that not everyone in commercial organization like, but many people depend on it because it is how effective the sales function is built that you have the ability to pay the current obligations and invest in future company development. I have been researching sales from different angles for many years. I was lucky. I have been engaged in direct sales for more than 20 years. 14 years of sales department management and more than 5 years in consulting activities in the sales system create. Experience of working in the world's largest companies in management position since 2008. During this time, I found and applied approaches that help increase sales in the company. Various applied tools for building an effective sales department and observed how companies increase their productivity using these tools. I want to talk about what conclusions I have made based on this experience. To see how the sales function developing in the commercial companies, and of course, I will share how to effective approach to develop it. Very often we invest money to sales department development, but not always the company gets the expected effect. And it's true. Let's find out why this has happened. If we look at the sequence and evolution of the sales development function in companies, we can highlight 3 main stages. In this stage is the development of the sales specialist competence. This is what most of sales training focused on, and focused on improving communication skills, which really help our salespeople build effective communication with the customer and help them to make the right decision, buy from you. And at the initial stage, investing in this training gives good result. However, later we start to see the dynamic of sales growing slow down, and not matter how much we continue to increase the training budget, we don't have the same effective anymore. At this stage, after several training cycles, assessment of competence, completion of the training program, application of the acquired skills and the work process, certification, there is a decrease in sales growth rate with the transaction to stagnation. The main reason for this is to increase the competence and communication efficiently of trained seller without proportionally expanding over the customer base and changing the focus of work on attracting new customer. Next, the company finds a new way to maintain the dynamic of sales growth. System development of the sales department. Formation of the sales business process in the company. Most companies enter this state after reduction of the efficiency of investment in the development of personal competence of specialists involved with company in commercial activity. At this stage, there is a need to increase the incoming order flow, lead generation process, and the focus of the sales specialist is on finding and attracting new customers. In this case, there is a need for system application solution that allow you to distribute the workload of specialists to effectively reach existing and potential customer and focus on working with customers who have more potential for your business. At this stage, we already see a longer period of sales growing in the company. But as soon as most of the improvement potential what comes from optimizing business process is realized, we see a decrease in dynamic and we need to find new ground points. This happened because when developing business process within a company, we need to properly and effectively build communication with the external environment. And to achieving these goals, we are moving to the third phase of the development of the sales function. Synchronization of the company's internal commercial business process with the external environment. This phase uses strategic magical tools that allow you to analyze the market, target audience, and competitors in more depth. Important. On this stage, we form requests from our target audience. which product or service they need, which will contain high feeling value of them, effectively solve their tasks, minimize problems and bring expected benefits. And already, of the basic of this value product proposition, we adapt offer of our actual product and service. Let's talk about it in a little more detail. At the first stage, we develop our sales specialist to have enough competence to increase effective communication with the customer, to help him make a right decision to buy from us. I recommend focus on the following competence: communication skills, writing, phone calls, face-to-face and online communication, cold calls, fundamentation of the negotiation process, preparing for the meeting, establishing a contact, finding out the client's needs, present of the solution, negotiation, end of meeting, work with a customer base, sales funnel. When we teach them entry-level competence and we see they not only know but also apply them effectively, we move on the next level. We are studying to develop more intensively the already advanced skills, what are necessary for advanced personal sales: expert sales, role-based decision-making model, value product proposition, spin technology, methods of rational argumentation, effective negotiation with professional buyers, work with hard negotiation, work with manipulation, system thinking. At this stage, it is necessary to invest not only in the development of the communication skills, but also in the product knowledge. Because through personal communication, what we can effectively deliver the value of our product to customer and explain to him how our product and service help to improve their business process and solve a problem. However, while developing our sales specialist, we shouldn't forget about all the company business process that flow within the organization and help the sales specialist do effectively close their deals. In this case, we shouldn't focus on particular growing points that help us build effective company business process. Based on my experience, I identify 25 points of growing in the sales department of a commercial company, which can be grouped into 4 large groups. The first group is related to sale. How accurate is the sales plan? How is your sales funnel built and how is synchronized with customer journey map? How your process digitized? And how do you synchronize your salesperson actions with the value proposition? The second group of growing points is related to the employees of the commercial division. Is they select correctly? Is they consistently motivated? Are the learning process set up correctly? And how the working process is set up inside the sales department? The third group of growing points is working with customer base. How your customers segmented? How you control their coverage? How do you work with your existing customer base in terms of attracting, operating, development, customer retention and customer refund? What do you think about loyalty? The fourth group, business process within the sales department. How is the lead generation process built? How are operational marketing tools used? How do you decompose your process and do you understand how many calls, meetings and other sales specialist activity do you need to get your final result? Do you have a sales book? How is the monitoring and reporting system set up? And it is the visualization of the whole business process built. So, what you can take your existing sales department right now. We have developed an express audit form, which you can download from the link on the QR code now. 25 sales system growing points, each of which can be valued, digitized and managed. But to be able to control deviation of the main parameters, you need an easy tool for visualization of process. To do this, we have developed a dashboard or map operation indicators. Tools help us efficiently manage our sales team. And most important, we have the opportunity to see deviation in target parameters in the very early stage, which allows us to make management decisions not at the moment of summing of the result. And we can already see deviation in target indication at the beginning of the reporting period, showing weight with the implementation of target indicators, where may be issues. When we have already trained our salesperson on to how to communicate effectively with the customer and help them to make the right choice to buy from you, we have consistently digitized and adjusted all business process within the sales department and create a map of operation indicators. We need to understand how the sales department interact with the internal and external environment when we can highlight three main areas. Who is your main target audience? Direct and indirect competitors. What your target audience want to get as a perceived value? How can you create or package your product? What can meet the challenges of your target audience, minimize their problems, and maximize their expected benefits? At the cross of two questions, who and what, we form a marketing strategy with a description of the expected value and description of the product what our target audience need. Understanding what the target audience needs, we should answering on the question how we will create this product. And we create a product strategy. And understanding what resource we need and try to create a product and bring it to market, we form a financial strategy. Of course, understanding what competence we need for the effective communication with the target audience, creating a perceived value and creating a necessary product, we form the employees development strategy. This is how the evolution of the sales function in campaigns take place. And this process takes an average of 5 to 10 years. You may ask, if we understand the process, is there any way to speed up or hack it? I answer yes. Understanding what phases and stage will process consist of, the system was created, which we called SSEP, Sales System Engineering Process. The sequence of steps for building a sales system. As the first step, we do the sales system department audit. We do interviews, internal and external benchmarks. Next, we move on to analyzing the company's environment, analyzing the market, target audience, and competitive environment. In the third step, we digitize sales processes, create a sales funnel, synchronize with customer journey map, segmentation the customer base, control coverage, and of course, see how lead generation process do. Next, we create a digital map of operation indicators, define the main information blocks and synchronize with each of the stage. At the fifth step, we move on the employee's competence. We take the level, train, and bring the competence to the required level. At this stage, we focus on a basic and advanced training program for personal sales and sales manager skills. Step 6. Develop value proposition. Role model of decision making. Personal image of the customer. Analysis of the value change and go to the unique value proposition creating for your product and service. Further, we have to translate the formulate value proposition into meaning and image and use the tools of integrate marketing communication to form position. In the 8th step, we develop or adjust a marketing strategy that includes the vision, key successful factors, product life cycle, external force analysis, SWOT analysis, gap, and roadmap. These are the main 8 basic steps for creating an effective sales system. In addition, sometimes we do a new product and develop and realized, and the company's strategy is formed. This approach allows you to reduce the natural evolution of the development of the sales function in the company. When we talk about a systematic approach to the development of sales function, we should of course highlight the main participant of this process. Those competencies need to be developed. And in this phase, we focus on the competence of the core and advanced level, but we need them to personal transactions. In the second phase, we focus on the competence of the sales manager, because it depends on his action how effectively we will work with business unit, and how effectively a commercial department will implement its direct obligation, implementation of the sales plan, and ensuring a positive cash flow to the company. In the phase 3, we focus on the competence of the commercial director. His task is to see changes and challenges in the external environment, to understand what new competence will be needed within the sales department and specialist, and how you can synchronize your existing product with the expected values, what your target audience want to get. You can develop this competence at all 3 levels separately, or you can use tools step by step. It depends on your task and business strategy. I shared my experience and vision of this, but what you will take and apply to your business right now is up to you. Use the opportunity, apply existing knowledge and best practice to your business, and be sure that the result will not keep you waiting. That was Alexey Yusuf. I wish you and your business successful and well-being.